of them, they drive here through the night just to be a piece of this, even though they know there's no public event. They still came. They stayed. They want to be a part of
history. There's the president right there, Donald Trump right there walking out.
There you go.
A quick pause is going to wait for Melania Trump as well.
So think about what he must be thinking to himself. You know, how distant this seemed a year and a half ago as he's dealing with an array of indictments and legal challenges, and the field was building up to challenge him for the Republican nomination.
I think he's thinking it's
and he would think to himself, the comeback's about to happen. I'm hours away from returning to a place I never thought I should have left.
Melania's wearing a hat. Yeah. It's beautiful. Talking to the Reverend. That must be the rector, Reverend Robert Fisher, who will preside over the service.
I mean, this is a full circle moment, Kellyanne, for the president-elect. The last time he was in that church was when he was preparing to take the oath of office the first time.
Yes, I was there. It was quite remarkable. And then, of course, they went right across to have the traditional tea with President and Mrs. Obama. I saw her.
好，各位朋友，各位观众，大家好，我是潘路。今天呢是22号，因为昨天呢是跟何牧师出2个人的直播，所以就没来及做这个川普宣誓就职的这节目，我们今天补上。虽然是22号，刚才我们看到了是那个川普的车队到达了国会山庄，然后进了国会山庄。那么在前天的整个川普在整个过程之中，唯一令人遗憾的就是没有把手按在圣经上宣誓。按理来讲，他面对的罗伯茨大法官的时候，他要那个罗伯茨大法官说一句，川普要重复一句，然后举起他的右手，而这个左手呢是应该放在第一夫人梅拉尼亚·特朗普给他拿着的圣经上面，而他这次居然没有把手放在圣经上面。有的朋友说无关紧要其实这个是非常重要的一个环节，这也意味着合众国的总统是君权神授，他应该说总统权神授，而这个忽视呢是美国有史以来唯一的第一次手没有按在圣经上宣誓的这样一个就职仪式，我觉得是一个不大不小的一个失误有点遗憾，但是总而言之，他的讲话还是充满激情的，整个这个宣誓仪式的过程还是非常流畅的。好，我们来看一看，我给大家做了一个 PPT。Right hand， 对不起，不是这个。总统就职典礼最核心的环节是当选总统手按圣经，在主耶稣基督的面前，在全国人民的见证下，在大法官的带领下庄严宣告。2025年1月20日，国会山庄内，罗伯茨首席大法官在手捧圣经的第一夫人梅拉尼亚还没得及站到川普总统身边，就超级匆忙地进入了宣誓程序，致使川普总统没人按着圣经宣誓。是不是罗伯茨有点急呢？这个说不清楚。当时的场景是梅拉尼亚第一时间里没有站到川普的旁边，我们待会有视频可以看。尽管梅拉尼亚捧着2本圣经站在川普总统身旁，就职典礼现场有圣经，但川普没有手按圣经宣誓的这个纰漏太大，看着着实让人遗憾，也令人极为不安。好的，谢谢各位。下面呢，我们看看这个短视频。
After me, I, Donald John Trump, do solemnly swear.
I, Donald, do solemnly.
我们可以看到了，梅拉尼亚第一时间没在他的身边。我们再看一下。
Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Donald John Trump, do solemnly swear.
I, Donald John Trump, do solemnly swear.
That I will faithfully execute.
That I will faithfully execute.
The office of President of the United States.
The office of President of the United States.
And will, to the best of my ability.
And will, to the best of my ability.
Preserve, protect, and defend.
Preserve, protect, and defend.
The Constitution of the United States.
The Constitution of the United States.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations, Mr. President.
It is the Battle for the Republic 2024 commemorative coin on one side, and the other side commemorates the 47th President of the United States, Donald Trump, getting inaugurated on January 20th, 2025. Get your coin now at thealexjonestore.com.
这是川普做这个正式的这个川普银币的发售。我们也知道，在1月18号，梅拉尼亚特朗普发行了虚拟货币。这个节目呢，我们下次再做，因为今天一集讲不完。好，我们再回到这个屏幕上。君权神授，美国总统当以主基督治理服务美国，这是第1届美国总统乔治华盛顿首按圣经宣誓。因为时间古老，那个时候是没有照片，但是留下了这样的绘画。而之后的几届总统呢，依旧也是这样的。美国第1位总统华盛顿派出律师对用圣经还是美国宪法宣誓进行辩护，提出了一个逻辑强大的理由。我提醒各位议员，是上帝赋予了总统权力来捍卫宪法，而不是宪法赋予了总统权力来捍卫上帝。这个程序秩序观是非常重要的，是圣经原则诞生的宪政，而不是宪政诞生的圣经原则。作为开国国父，华盛顿提倡首按圣经宣誓的方式成为美国政坛不成文的惯例，顺利运行了235年。显然，这是美国总统和新政府权柄来自神的成天的托付，更是美好的见证。我们可以看到2016年1月20日，对不起，2017年1月20日，在在国会山外面，川普是手按着梅拉尼亚给他的圣经，也在宣誓。我们这个是川普第1任期45任总统的时候的宣誓。这个时候川普的左手是非常清楚的按在圣经上面啊。那么之前的几位总统，比如说这个克林顿，比尔·克林顿手按在希拉里·克林顿给他打开的圣经上。我们可以看到这2位总统的圣经是打开的啊。那么这个是小布什，也是手按着圣经上面宣誓，而奥巴马也是手按在圣经上宣誓。这个圣经已经很破旧了啊，米歇尔·奥巴马给他拿着。而老拜登呢，吉米·拜登给他拿着一本非常厚重、非常大的圣经。我们看这个圣经又老又旧，可能是个文物，也是手按在圣经上宣誓。所以，这应该说是一个川普在就职典礼中啊出现了一点小小的失误。那么除此之外呢，我们稍微再提一提川普本届总统的一些核心团队分别有哪些呢？谁是特朗普核心团队的成员？在特朗普上任前，他一直在组建他的内阁，包括国务卿、幕僚长和边境沙皇等职位。其中，特朗普宣布指派亿万富翁马斯克成立政府效率部，负责寻找新的预算削减方案。美国首位女性幕僚长的任命也创造了历史，特朗普选择了他前竞选团队经理苏西·威尔斯担任这个职务。还有哪些人在他的内阁名单中呢？比如说国务卿路比奥啊，比如说叫吉森特是财政部长。我们看看视频。
特朗普将重返白宫，他的核心团队由谁组成呢？2016年，马可·鲁比奥在共和党总统选举中与特朗普对抗，但这一切已经成为过去。他现在被选为首席外交官。他强烈支持以色列，而且对中国和伊朗态度强硬，并表示乌克兰战争需要以他所称的艰难选择结束。
It is important for everyone to be realistic. There will have to be concessions made by the Russian Federation, but also by the Ukrainians.
亿万富翁斯科特·贝森特即将出任美国财政部长，他希望减税并征收进口关税，作为特朗普美国优先议程的一部分。特朗普提名的国防部长是皮特·赫格塞斯，他是一名退伍军人和电视主持人。
The Department of Defense under Donald Trump will achieve peace through strength.
由于政治经验有限，有人质疑他是否能够管理一个有8500亿美元预算的大型组织。
Freedom will make America wealthy again.
克里斯蒂诺姆作为国土安全部长，可能会负责执行特朗普的一项最高竞选承诺，也就是特朗普所称美国历史上最大规模的非法移民驱逐行动。专家警告，这样的计划可能面临后勤或法律上的困难。如果真是如此，潘·邦迪可能会介入。作为司法部长，他将捍卫特朗普政策的任何法律挑战。他并不是特朗普的首要人选，原本是由马特·盖兹担任这个职位，但他因为性丑闻指控而被剔除在名单之外。前民主党人和前美国总统独立参选人小罗伯特·甘乃迪被选为卫生及公共服务部部长。 他来自美国政治中最著名的家族之一，他的叔叔是约翰·甘乃迪总统。他对疫苗抱持怀疑态度，也对健康议题表达了一些争议性的看法。批评者认为这可能会削弱公众对福利制度的信任。虽然这些职位需要参议院批准，但还有一些职位不需要，包括世界首富马斯克。
Your money is being wasted, and the Department of Government Efficiency is going to fix that.
他将共同负责一个非官方的政府效率部门。他最初声称可以削减2兆美元，大约是联邦政府年度开支的1/3，但现在建议1兆美元会是个适当的数字。美国首位女性幕僚长的任命也创造了历史。特朗普选择了他的前竞选团队经理苏西·威尔斯担任这个职位。被任命为边境沙皇的汤姆·霍曼将负责减少非法移民进入美国。这是特朗普竞选活动核心政策。最后是副总统万斯，他曾经是特朗普强烈的批评者，现在却成为他最有力的辩护者。40岁的万斯将在特朗普去世、辞职或无法履行职责的情况下成为总统。这些只是未来几个月可能会变得非常熟悉的一些人物，他们有着不同的背景，但都有一个共同点，就是对特朗普和他的核心政策非常忠诚。
好。那么这个是刚才给大家看到的是特朗普新任总统的一个内阁成员的布置啊，可以说是兵强马壮啊，要准备开始领导美国重新复兴起来。美国的黄金时代从现在就开始。在宣誓就职总统后，特朗普在华盛顿国会大厦发表演讲，他声称在他的领导下，美国将繁荣昌盛，受到尊重。他说民意授权他彻底扭转所谓当权者对美国人民的可怕背叛，比如深圳政府是吧？比如民主党的左派政府。他还提到了自己遭遇的未遂暗杀，称上帝拯救了我，是为了让美国再次伟大起来。而最后就职演说的核心是承诺忠实的履行总统职责，并以此为基础，描绘了一个在他领导下美国将重返巅峰的愿景，包括一就职宣誓与庄严承诺；2美国优先与重塑全球地位；3痛斥腐败建制派与信任危机；4强调选举胜利与人民授权；5个人经历天选之人的叙事；6重点政策领域与行政命令。这后面都有很多啊，我都把它省掉了，我只读标题。7民族主义与伟大复兴；8乐观展望与不可能的突破。总体而言，这份演讲稿是一份充满强烈民族主义情绪、决心和承诺的政治宣言。特朗普试图通过强调国家面临的危机，并承诺采取果断行动来解决这些问题，从而团结支持者并重新塑造美国的未来。他描绘了一个强大、繁荣、安全和受人尊敬的美国，并坚持在他的领导下，美国将迎来新的黄金时代。好的，我给大家准备的文字部分就是这里，下面呢是有中文翻译的一个长达30多分钟的特朗普的在国会山上的演讲，这个是他宣誓就职之后的演讲。而这个汉字有点小，所以呢，我下面就放这个视频啊，但是有翻译。好。
Execute.
That I will faithfully execute
the office of President of the United States.
The office of President of the United States.
And will, to the best of my ability.
And will, to the best of my ability.
Preserve, protect, and defend.
Preserve, protect, and defend.
The Constitution of the United States.
The Constitution of the United States.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations, Mr. President.
the fateful lightning of his terrible swift sword. His truth is marching
It is my honor and pleasure to introduce to you the 45th and the 47th President of the United States of America, Donald J. Trump.
Thank you very much, everybody. Well, thank you very, very much. Vice President Vance, Speaker Johnson, Senator Thune, Chief Justice Roberts, Justices of the United States Supreme Court, President Clinton, President Bush, President Obama, President Biden, Vice President Harris, and my fellow citizens. The golden age of America begins right now. From this day forward, our country will flourish and be respected again all over the world. We will be the envy of every nation, and we will not allow ourselves to be taken advantage of any longer. During every single day of the Trump administration, I will very simply put America first. Our sovereignty will be reclaimed. Our safety will be restored. The scales of justice will be rebalanced. The vicious, violent, and unfair weaponization of the Justice Department and our government will end. And our top priority will be to create a nation that is proud, prosperous, and free. America will soon be greater, stronger, and far more exceptional than ever before. I return to the presidency confident and optimistic that we are at the start of a thrilling new era of national success. A tide of change is sweeping the country. Sunlight is pouring over the entire world. And America has the chance to seize this opportunity like never before. But first, we must be honest about the challenges we face. While they are plentiful, they will be annihilated by this great momentum that the world is now witnessing in the United States of America. As we gather today, our government confronts a crisis of trust. For many years, a radical and corrupt establishment has extracted power and wealth from our citizens while the pillars of our society lay broken and seemingly in complete disrepair. We now have a government that cannot manage even a simple crisis at home, while at the same time stumbling into a continuing catalog of catastrophic events abroad. It fails to protect our magnificent, law-abiding American citizens, but provides sanctuary and protection for dangerous criminals, many from prisons and mental institutions that have illegally entered our country from all over the world. We have a government that has given unlimited funding to the defense of foreign borders, but refuses to defend American borders or, more importantly, its own people. Our country can no longer deliver basic services in times of emergency, as recently shown by the wonderful people of North Carolina, been treated so badly. And other states who are still suffering from a hurricane that took place many months ago. Or more recently, Los Angeles, where we are watching fires still tragically burn from weeks ago without even a token of defense. They're raging through the houses and communities, even affecting some of the wealthiest and most powerful individuals in our country, some of whom are sitting here right now. They don't have a home any longer. That's interesting. But we can't let this happen. Everyone is unable to do anything about it. That's going to change. We have a public health system that does not deliver in times of disaster, yet more money is spent on it than any country anywhere in the world. And we have an education system that teaches our children to be ashamed of themselves in many cases, to hate our country despite the love that we try so desperately to provide to them. All of this will change starting today, and it will change very quickly. My recent election is a mandate to completely and totally reverse a horrible betrayal and all of these many betrayals that have taken place, and to give the people back their faith, their wealth, their democracy, and indeed their freedom. From this moment on, America's decline is over. Our liberties and our nation's glorious destiny will no longer be denied, and we will immediately restore the integrity, competency, and loyalty of America's government. Over the past 8 years, I have been tested and challenged more than any president in our 250-year history, and I've learned a lot along the way. The journey to reclaim our republic has not been an easy one, that I can tell you. Those who wish to stop our cause have tried to take my freedom and indeed to take my life. Just a few months ago in a beautiful Pennsylvania field, an assassin's bullet ripped through my ear. But I felt then, and believe even more so now, that my life was saved for a reason. I was saved by God to make America great again. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. That is why each day under our administration of American patriots, we will be working to meet every crisis with dignity and power and strength. We will move with purpose and speed to bring back hope, prosperity, safety, and peace for citizens of every race, religion, color, and creed. For American citizens, January 20th, 2025 is Liberation Day. It is my hope that our recent presidential election will be remembered as the greatest and most consequential election in the history of our country. As our victory showed, the entire nation is rapidly unifying behind our agenda with dramatic increases in support from virtually every element of our society, young and old, men and women, African Americans, Hispanic Americans, Asian Americans, urban, suburban, rural, and very importantly, we had a powerful win in all 7 swing states, and the popular vote, we won by millions of people. To the Black and Hispanic communities, I want to thank you for the tremendous outpouring of love and trust that you have shown me with your vote. We set records, and I will not forget it. I've heard your voices in the campaign, and I look forward to working with you in the years to come. Today is Martin Luther King Day, and his honor, this will be a great honor, but in his honor, we will strive together to make his dream a reality. We will make his dream come true. Thank you. Thank you. National unity is now returning to America, and confidence and pride is soaring like never before. In everything we do, my administration will be inspired by a strong pursuit of excellence and unrelenting success. We will not forget our country. We will not forget our Constitution, and we will not forget our God. Can't do that. Today, I will sign a series of historic executive orders. With these actions, we will begin the complete restoration of America and the revolution of common sense. It's all about common sense. First, I will declare a national emergency at our southern border. All illegal entry will immediately be halted, and we will begin the process of returning millions and millions of criminal aliens back to the places from which they came. We will reinstate my Remain in Mexico policy. I will end the practice of catch and release. And I will send troops to the southern border to repel the disastrous invasion of our country. Under the orders I signed today, we will also be designating the cartels as foreign terrorist organizations. And by invoking the Alien Enemies Act of 1798, I will direct our government to use the full and immense power of federal and state law enforcement to eliminate the presence of all foreign gangs and criminal networks, bringing devastating crime to U.S. soil, including our cities and inner cities. As Commander-in-Chief, I have no higher responsibility than to defend our country from threats and invasions, and that is exactly what I am going to do. We will do it at a level that nobody's ever seen before. Next, I will direct all members of my cabinet to marshal the vast powers at their disposal to defeat what was record inflation and rapidly bring down costs and prices. The inflation crisis was caused by massive overspending and escalating energy prices, and that is why today I will also declare a national energy emergency. We will drill, baby, drill. America will be a manufacturing nation once again, and we have something that no other manufacturing nation will ever have, the largest amount of oil and gas of any country on earth, and we are going to use it. Let me use it. We will bring prices down, fill our strategic reserves up again, right to the top, and export American energy all over the world. We will be a rich nation again, and it is that liquid gold under our feet that will help to do it. With my actions today, we will end the Green New Deal, and we will revoke the electric vehicle mandate, saving our auto industry and keeping my sacred pledge to our great American auto workers. In other words, you'll be able to buy the car of your choice. We will build automobiles in America again at a rate that nobody could have dreamt possible just a few years ago. And thank you to the auto workers of our nation for your inspiring vote of confidence. We did tremendously with their vote. I will immediately begin the overhaul of our trade system to protect American workers and families. Instead of taxing our citizens to enrich other countries, we will tariff and tax foreign countries to enrich our citizens. For this purpose, we are establishing the External Revenue Service to collect all tariffs, duties, and revenues. It will be massive amounts of money pouring into our treasury, coming from foreign sources. The American dream will soon be back and thriving like never before to restore competence and effectiveness to our federal government. My administration will establish the brand new Department of Government Efficiency. After years and years of illegal and unconstitutional federal efforts to restrict free expression, I will also sign an executive order to immediately stop all government censorship and bring back free speech to America. Never again will the immense power of the state be weaponized to persecute political opponents, something I know something about. We will not allow that to happen. It will not happen again. Under my leadership, we will restore fair, equal, and impartial justice under the constitutional rule of law. And we are going to bring law and order back to our cities. This week, I will also end the government policy of trying to socially engineer race and gender into every aspect of public and private life. We will forge a society that is colorblind and merit-based. As of today, it will henceforth be the official policy of the United States government that there are only two genders, male and female. This week, I will reinstate any service members who were unjustly expelled from our military for objecting to the COVID vaccine mandate with full back pay. And I will sign an order to stop our warriors from being subjected to radical political theories and social experiments while on duty. It's going to end immediately. Our armed forces will be freed to focus on their sole mission, defeating America's enemies. Like in 2017, we will again build the strongest military the world has ever seen. We will measure our success not only by the battles we win, but also by the wars that we end, and perhaps most importantly, the wars we never get into. My proudest legacy will be that of a peacemaker and unifier. That's what I want to be, a peacemaker and a unifier. I'm pleased to say that as of yesterday, one day before I assumed office, the hostages in the Middle East are coming back home to their families. Thank you. America will reclaim its rightful place as the greatest, most powerful, most respected nation on earth, inspiring the awe and admiration of the entire world. A short time from now, we are going to be changing the name of the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America, and we will restore the name of a great president, William McKinley, to Mount McKinley, where it should be and where it belongs. President McKinley made our country very rich through tariffs and through talent. He was a natural businessman and gave Teddy Roosevelt the money for many of the great things he did, including the Panama Canal, which has foolishly been given to the country of Panama after the United States. The United States, I mean, think of this, spent more money than ever spent on a project before and lost 38,000 lives in the building of the Panama Canal. We have been treated very badly from this foolish gift that should have never been made, and Panama's promise to us has been broken. The purpose of our deal and the spirit of our treaty has been totally violated. American ships are being severely overcharged and not treated fairly in any way, shape, or form, and that includes the United States Navy. And above all, China is operating the Panama Canal, and we didn't give it to China, we gave it to Panama, and we're taking it back. Above all, my message to Americans today is that it is time for us to once again act with courage, vigor, and the vitality of history's greatest civilization. So as we liberate our nation, we will lead it to new heights of victory and success. We will not be deterred. Together we will end the chronic disease epidemic and keep our children safe, healthy, and disease-free. The United States will once again consider itself a growing nation, one that increases our wealth, expands our territory, builds our cities, raises our expectations, and carries our flag into new and beautiful horizons. And we will pursue our manifest destiny into the stars, launching American astronauts to plant the stars and stripes on the planet Mars. Ambition is the lifeblood of a great nation, and right now our nation is more ambitious than any other. There's no nation like our nation. Americans are explorers, builders, innovators, entrepreneurs, and pioneers. The spirit of the frontier is written into our hearts. The call of the next great adventure resounds from within our souls. Our American ancestors turned a small group of colonies on the edge of a vast continent into a mighty republic of the most extraordinary citizens on earth. No one comes close. Americans pushed thousands of miles through a rugged land of untamed wilderness. They crossed deserts, scaled mountains, braved untold dangers, won the Wild West, ended slavery, rescued millions from tyranny, lifted billions from poverty, harnessed electricity, split the atom, launched mankind into the heavens, and put the universe of human knowledge into the palm of the human hand. If we work together, there is nothing we cannot do and no dream we cannot achieve. Many people thought it was impossible for me to stage such a historic political comeback. But as you see today, here I am. The American people have spoken. I stand before you now as proof that you should never believe that something is impossible to do. In America, the impossible is what we do best. From New York to Los Angeles, from Philadelphia to Phoenix, from Chicago to Miami, from Houston to right here in Washington, D.C., our country was forged and built by the generations of patriots who gave everything they had for our rights and for our freedom. They were farmers and soldiers, cowboys and factory workers, steel workers and coal miners, police officers and pioneers who pushed onward, marched forward, and let no obstacle defeat their spirit or their pride. Together they laid down the railroads, raised up the skyscrapers, built great highways, won 2 world wars, defeated fascism and communism, and triumphed over every single challenge that they faced. After all we have been through together, we stand on the verge of the 4 greatest years in American history. With your help, we will restore America, promise, and we will rebuild the nation that we love, and we love it so much. We are one people, one family, and one glorious nation under God. So to every parent who dreams for their child, and every child who dreams for their future, I am with you, I will fight for you, and I will win for you. We are going to win like never before. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. In recent years, our nation has suffered greatly, but we are going to bring it back and make it great again, greater than ever before. We will be a nation like no other, full of compassion, courage, and exceptionalism. Our power will stop all wars and bring a new spirit of unity to a world that has been angry, violent, and totally unpredictable. America will be respected again and admired again, including by people of religion, faith, and goodwill. We will be prosperous. We will be proud. We will be strong, and we will win like never before. We will not be conquered. We will not be intimidated. We will not be broken, and we will not fail. From this day on, the United States of America will be a free, sovereign, and independent nation. We will stand bravely. We will live proudly. We will dream boldly, and nothing will stand in our way because we are Americans. The future is ours, and our golden age has just begun. Thank you. God bless America. Thank you all. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, performing America the Beautiful, please welcome the Armed Forces Chorus and Carrie Underwood.
忘记开麦了啊！谢谢大家收看本期的直播。这个最后的这段长视频是来自于推友艾森的贴文，我是下载了他的视频。谢谢大家收看，我们下期节目再见。愿上帝保佑全人类，愿上帝保佑美国，愿上帝保佑特朗普总统。谢谢各位。